which means that no matter who you are, your head would no matter who you are, your head would be in approximately the same place. Fool. Is that a messenger woodpecker? Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. Must admit, I'm shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place this wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you recall the original location of Max's bust? Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then what happened to it? I'd like to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. You understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, how would I have gotten the bust from my cafeteria to my room? You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright explained that. Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. I'm allowed to change my mind. Tell us exactly how the witness would have carried the bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. This is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things happen once and for all. Oh, I'm actually correct. I chose it because it was it's the only thing that made sense, but I'm not entirely sure. Everyone knows money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like when he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Money lives in Acro's room. Acro's room? But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes and read the court record. Yes, get her ass. My thoughts. Those are some very nice cards he's holding. Yes, and they are made of platinum, which is very shiny. Acro. Money is a strong monkey, right? Shade. It'd be easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I'd be on the market for a new roommate. The shade of it all. Miss Von Karma, where is the bust in question at this moment? I don't know. We're searching for it as we speak. This is a rather strange turn of events. But let's say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. What would have happened then? Well, in that event, something else would have been the murder weapon. Wait. Then, you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident? It's possible. Maybe Acro saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Ayo, we have a RuPaul's Drag Race fan in the chat. We love to see it. Speaking of, I should really watch the new season. Yeah, I should really watch the new season. I haven't started it yet. Anyways, I think we've more than proven one critical fact. Namely, that it was entirely possible that Acro was the murderer. Ooh, you can't just call me names. Mr. Wright's argument is so circular, I'm still a bit dizzy. However, his argument does hold water. There's no denying that. Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Fraud? What is that? You should know. You forgot that your fraud of a magical client was spotted at the scene of the crime. Are we gonna go around in circles with this again? I love me some RuPaul, to be fair. I haven't seen all of these super early seasons. I think I started watching season 8, 9, maybe. But yeah, I need to get on this new season because it's on Netflix now for us in the UK, and I need to start watching it. I also need to I think RuPaul's Drag Race and RuPaul's Drag Race UK, the second season is airing at the same time, so I need to be on top of both now. 2 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race and RuPaul's Drag Race UK. It's just I'm in the middle of catching up with How to Get Away with Murder at the moment. So yeah. 12 is 12 the 12 was 12 the last year's one? I did watch last year's one with Jada. Look over there. My fucking favorite. But I can check out 4 and 6 when I have the time. Jada's my favorite. Like I was rooting for her to win. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. This is my chance to turn the trial around. When the murder occurred, there were 2 people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other was the murderer himself. Answer this, and only this, Mr. Wright. Who was the murderer the clown saw?
Take that!
Yes, what is this supposed to mean? I didn't. I thought I had something there.
Take that!
Okay, didn't like that. Who was that? I don't know. Who did they see?
Take that!
Thank you for the follow, Marl77, and welcome to the One Brain Cell Squad, where we use our single brain cells to figure out things in this case. But welcome to the stream. Thank you for following. How are you doing? Big up Leeds. Big up Leeds. Gang. Yeah, Leeds. Yeah, woo, hey up. Are you from Leeds as well? Sick. Ray, you were correct, I think. Wait. Oh, yeah. Sick. Nice. Are you like from Leeds? Because I'm not from Leeds. I'm from London, but I live here. I quite like it. So I moved here for uni 2 years ago, and then I moved back to London, and I came back because I love Leeds. Leeds is great. Au contraire, mon frère. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Phoenix Wright is not straight. Not straight. I don't believe you. Like, he's not straight. Like, oh man. He added that some pizzazz to that flipping like counter argument. Studying jazz guitar at Leeds Conservatoire. Oh yeah, sick. I met someone the other day who was studying jazz guitar at Leeds Conservatoire, and I'm wondering if it may be you. I met this person the other day. Oh, like a week or 2 ago. But yeah, I know a few people who are at Conservatoire. I think I know about 3 people who go there. Simple, really. I went to Beckett, Leeds Beckett, did my masters at Beckett. So I live like 15-minute walk away from Beckett. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. What are you talking about? Have you tried using your brain at all in this case? The silhouette he was wearing... What? The silhouette he was wearing was a cloak. Wait, the silhouette was wearing a cloak. Yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't attach a cloak to the bust. It would be easy to hang off one of the cards. Ah, they're the roses. They're the cards of the roses. The cards of the roses. Oh, this is big brain. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make this thing bigger, just so that I can grab it easier. Yeah, the cards are meant to represent the roses, the white roses. That is, oof. Oh, that's clever. I didn't realize that. Idiot, who in their right mind would put a cloak on a bust? It doesn't matter who put it on the bust. Just wait a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? Do I need to tell you? That question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? Shit, you caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? You mean Acro didn't? I wonder, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, what are you trying to say? So then how did the person get a hold of the cloak? Furthermore, how would this person have gotten the cloak onto the bust, I wonder? Because this person was not spotted at the scene. Think outside the box, huh? No, shut up. That was dumb. Let's pretend I didn't do that. Okay. Who put on the cloak? Who put the cloak on the bust? Let's have it. Let's fucking have it, mate. No, okay, well. Maybe not. Think outside the box. Maybe this person didn't put it on intentionally. I have no idea. Berry? Man like Russell? Yeah. Fool him? You were saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. I mean, the victim himself placed the cloak on the bust. Placed the cloak isn't really the way of putting it. Then what would be the right way of putting it? Explain yourself. Nick, do you really have a handle on all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting the pieces all together. I am not. I am completely clueless. Like, I don't know what's going on. There's really only one picture I can paint anyways. Alright, so you want to know what really happened that night? Let's take a step back in time. Okay. Let's get that stretch in. Acro used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. Then he attached the rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of his bedroom window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room and went to the scene. Of course, at the time, the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than a ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trila. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Acro took his chance to release the rope. Now this is when the magic happens. At the very instant the bus hit the victim, oh, come on. Are you for real? Are you for real? Objection! I'm using it on yourself, Phoenix Wright. Are you really? Really? I don't believe it. As much as you try, as much as you scheme, this just can't be true. It can't. It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. This circus isn't over yet. as if the impact of the bust on the victim threw the cloak up, which snagged onto the bust. The impact also caused the sound a certain witness heard, prompting him to take a look. That witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. When Mo looked out his window, the cloak had already snagged onto the bust. Now, having completed the crime, Acro naturally went about pulling up the murder weapon. Of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bust being raised with the cloak dangling on it, primarily because in his wheelchair he couldn't see out of his window, so he just kept pulling the bust up. And that is how the magical murdering, and that is how the magical murderer, disappearing into the sky came to be. So you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Acro, it could only have been you. What's that, little birdie? This nigga talking shit? Yeah, you talking shit. I agree. Now fly away. Away with you. That's basically what he's doing. Every time. Oh, the Three Stooges? I've heard of the Three Stooges, but I don't know what it is. Is it a piece of literature or something? Is it, I don't know. Like, I don't know the names of the Three Stooges, so that, like, I felt like his name had a pun somewhere, but, like, I didn't catch the reference at all. And that's why they keep calling him the Stoogie Clown. Okay, yeah. It's a super old comedy TV show. I'm finna look that up. The Three Stooges comedy group. These lot. Yeah. I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these lot. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't know their names though. Yeah. Okay, I know what that is. He sure has, but he has come to the end of his rope now, so what now? You've graced us with a rather long-winded tale, but do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter, the power of evidence and the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they said... Hey, Nick, man, they want their evidence, man. They're asking for their evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible murder method, but there is still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, actually. Okay then, use that and get out of this jam. That's enough talking amongst yourselves. Mr. Phoenix Wright, proceed. Present some evidence that backs up your claims. I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magic case. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really think about my choice, if I'm gonna be honest. I just thought I haven't used the pepper yet. So yeah, alright, hard proof. You want hard proof? I don't know. Huh. Oh, is it the footprints? Oh no, okay. I don't know. I don't know. I am at an impasse. I just... The problem is Max's 3 symbols. You know, the Silk Hat, the cloak, the white roses. Yesterday there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The Silk Hat was one, the white roses were the other. But the theory I just presented explains all of these contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one explanation for that. The silk hat that Mo saw was actually the busts. Makes sense. If you look at it that way, then he did see the silk hat, sort of. Fine, you've got one. What about the other contradiction? The other contradiction? Remember what that ventriloquist said in court. He said that he witnessed white roses on Max's chest that night, but the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said that there are no white roses. I'd like to see you try and explain that one away. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instant the cloak snagged onto the bust. If the cloak snagged onto the bust, what happened to the white roses? Oh, are you saying it went... Okay. I believe it now. If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would end up on the back of the bust. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. The white roses were not visible because they were on the back side of the bust. Oof. This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory... Bruh. Bruh. Exactly. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. It's fine. You can tell. Honestly, I was meant to turn that off because I hadn't configured it properly. I'll configure it when I'm not hungover and tired. But yeah, that exists. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took the time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude towards the ringmaster. Anyone with any relation to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Acro's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life until now. There's no doubt that Acro deeply respected the ringmaster. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Have you ever like had a noisy neighbor, and maybe you've complained about it on a public forum, and then something happens to that noisy neighbor, and because you publicly complained on a public forum, they assume that you are the reason behind the thing that happened to them. So, oh, thank you by the way, Shin. I'm not as chuffed about affiliate as I should be, mainly because I wasn't ready for it. I still don't think I'm ready for affiliate, regardless of the fact that I managed to get Twitch affiliate. Because like I looked at all the new settings I've got an affiliate, and I was like, I don't have time to sort this out. But that's me going off track. So, it's not a story about me personally, but basically, so I'm part of this group on Facebook called Lee Student Groups. Even though I'm not a student anymore, like Leeds is a student city. Like it's yeah. And I was a student anyway, so yeah. Anyway. So someone posted, a guy called Liam. He posted on the group saying, whoever is playing, let me see if I can find it. It was like whoever is playing music, whoever's having a party on Royal Park Road and screaming the Black Eyed Peas songs, please shut the fuck up, right? And that happened January 16th. It then became a legendary thread of about 1.4k comments of students just basically having absolute banter. Because basically what ended up happening is that two girls who lived at the place where they were having a party basically then took to Instagram to DM the guy who made the complaint, basically accusing him of spray painting their windows. So what's actually happened? I don't know if it's related or if it's a coincidence, but basically this Liam guy has made a complaint about a noise. I made a noise complaint. Whether he was joking and he didn't really care or not, but the fact remains that there was a house on Royal Park Road who was screaming the Black Eyed Peas at 2 a.m. in the morning. And then for some reason, then in retaliation, there was someone spray painted the girl's house. So they think that he did it, but he had nothing to do with it. He doesn't even live on that road. So why would he like get up, get dressed at 2 o'clock in the morning, find the house where that's making the noise, and then spray paint the windows? It makes no sense. But it becomes a massive like thing because basically the girls start commenting on that public complaint post, saying we are a house of girls, this and that. Being a house of girls does not excuse you for the fact that you're making too much noise. They also mentioned how COVID's a thing, right? So there were a lot of people were giving them shit for just being loud at 2 a.m. in the first place. Now, there's this area in Leeds called Hyde Park. It's a little district in Leeds, and basically it's like the student like mecca. Like Leeds is a big student city as it is. Like it has like 6 different institutions, like educational institutions as it is. And Hyde Park is basically where all the students live. It's like one big microcosm of students. And because of that, people seem to think that just because it's a student area, they can do what the hell they want. So these girls were claiming that, oh, it's Hyde Park, it's locked down. What else are we meant to do for fun? And it's like, not have parties at 3 o'clock in the morning on a weekday. That's what you're meant to do. And basically the girls from the houses came off as like really bratty and privileged, and just like it was a terrible look, and no one was here for it at the end of the day. I wish, actually, I'm just gonna post what it is what is the 48 photo, like the best of from that thread. You can see how it all goes down, because the photo thread, which I've just put in the chat, tells the story way better than I ever could. So have a look at that whenever you get a chance. It is absolutely, it's equal parts like disappointing, but also like absolutely hilarious. And now it's become a bit of a Lee's legend, the legend of the Black Eyed Peas house. AKA, we are a house of girls. Turns out they weren't even actually a house of girls. It was like 2 girls and 3 guys. So not only are they, completely rude and disrespectful, they're also liars. Brilliant. Another funny story. Well, I don't know if it's funny. Another interesting story. There's this guy from Sri Lanka, I want to say, who outside. Nabil Ansari just subscribed. What? Thank you for the tier 1 sub, Nabil. I do have to sort out sub emojis and the like at some point. So rest assured that will come soon. So I still haven't messed around with the affiliate messages or settings even. But very much thank you for the thank you very much for the support all the same. Thank you. That's made me, I don't know what to say other than thank you. Thank you very much. So just completely blindsided me. So yeah, there was this the Sri Lankan sort of guy who basically he said to government officials in Sri Lanka that he has come up with the cure for COVID, and the cure for COVID came to him in a dream, as he was addressed by I believe the Hindu goddess Kali, who was the goddess of destruction. And it's a really good thread. And yeah, he said he came up with the idea of a COVID cure by way of a dream from the goddess Kali, the goddess of destruction, and basically came up with the recipe, made it, and basically he gave like loads of this. I guess it's some sort of concoction. He gave the cure out to loads of people, including like many different like government officials who went out to get the cure, so to speak. The next day, that government official caught COVID from it, and I think a few other people. So it turned out into a massive disaster because a whole bunch of government officials like tried it, and it was like, yeah, I'm cured of COVID. They got COVID, and the only acknowledged ingredients in this cure for COVID is nutmeg and honey. That is it. Those are the only 2 ingredients that the guy put in it, nutmeg and honey. And I find that absolutely hilarious. I think there's a link to the story somewhere if I have it up. Yeah, there is. I'll post that in the chat too. The fact that they got COVID is not the hilarious part. Don't get me wrong. It's just the funny part is the ingredients that are meant to be in the cure. Nutmeg and honey. I don't believe that. Can't believe it. But yeah, that's my distraction from the game over. Let's see. So, Jeebus, am I about hated? No one likes you. People really do stupid shit in this planet. Honestly, this whole Sri Lankan thing is almost akin to when like Trump said something about like using or ingesting sanitizer or something to cure COVID or something like that. It was it's an E-raid. So you remember like on my first stream I got a raid of like 9 people, and I was like, oh no, I'm not used to like having this many people on stream. A raid of 43. Thank you very much, Ira, for the raid. Jeez, this is the part where I have to like. Oh boy, there we go. And here comes the gift subs. Coming from Nabil, thank you very much. This is the part where I have to like introduce who I am. Hi, hello. I am Jeremiah George. I am a video game composer for music. No, I'm a video game music composer. That's the one. I also make covers on YouTube of Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. What else do I do? I voice act, I do sound design, and this is now my 6th stream on Twitch. I'm trying out the whole Twitch business to see how that works out. So far it's been fun. But yeah, we're playing through Final Fantasy, playing through Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. 43 people are watching me hung over doing streams. It's hilarious. But yeah, no, it's just chill vibes here, basically. So welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. Little old me trying to entertain. How am I finding Phoenix Wright? I love Phoenix Wright. Like this is the most, like I haven't had fun with a visual novel type games like this since like Danganronpa. And Danganronpa is, if anyone's played Danganronpa is absolutely wild. Just a lot of wild shit goes on in that game. And this is the game, and this is the same actually, but like it's just a lot more wholesome in its effect. Like I had to cross-examine a parrot, right? If that doesn't define what this series is, I don't know what does. Danganronpa is like my favorite. It's one of the few games where like I wish I could just erase my memory simply so I can experience Danganronpa again. Because I'd love to play Danganronpa on stream, but it's not going to be any fun for me because I already know all the plots and twists. Yeah. Which is why like I was on Twitter and I asked, does anyone know of any games similar to Danganronpa or Phoenix Wright? Because I want to basically play them on stream. We've got this thing at the top of the screen called One Brain Cell Squad. It's the name of the squad it's the name of the squad. Everyone in the streams, One Brain Cell Squad. We use our one brain cell to figure out all the plots and twists and turns in Phoenix Wright and any other mystery game that I happen to be playing. So yeah, I should probably read the dialogue. Everyone got gifted. It really is Christmas. How about a card trick, detective? Well, if you insist. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here you go. Oh, it's the thing that we saw before. This was yesterday in Acro's room. Yep, and I've included the forensics results. Take a look at it later. You mean right now? Won't Miss Von Karma be mad you're doing this? No one likes Von Karma anyway. Look, details on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. But everything that's happened in court up until now has gone according to our plan. Yeah? I don't know. Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set into motion. Huh. Anyway, I've got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. And that's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. What did he mean by that, the very end part? I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing. Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What, for me? It's milk. Max needs his milk, so hurry up and drink it all before it spoils, you absolute man-child. An entire dairy's worth of milk from me? All right. Finally, we're gonna finish this trial. Finally, leave Max alone. He ain't done nothing wrong. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit this crime. Understood. Now, Mr. Dingling. I hate that his name is Dingling. hate because I feel weird saying it. Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and ask questions don't ask questions you don't want to know. The answer to even. Okay. About the Ringmaster. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. Oh, by the way, before I go on, be sure to type in not question mark, exclamation mark water if you want to remind me to take a sip of water, because I've had this here for 5 minutes and I've forgotten that it's there. So I'm gonna take a sip of water. Or you can just do it now, that's fine too. I really low-key just wanted to show everyone that. Not gonna lie, it was an excuse. Yay, we keep hydrated up in here. That's I found this little like objection maker. I found it like years ago, but I was going through my bookmarks and I randomly found it the other day and I was like, oh, this could be useful. Since I'm primarily doing Phoenix Wright streams, so thought I'd do something really interesting with it. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at about 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. You're such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think Acro would kill the man he held in such esteem. You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there is no real need for a cross-examination, is there? I don't know. It's still my legal right to do a cross-examination, though, isn't it? Like, I still got to do it. Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Dang, I'm just looking at the chat now real quick. You're actually going to cry when you see where Phoenix actually drinks coffee in the game like that. I think I'm aware of the coffee prosecutor. I think I'm aware of him. I don't know his name. I don't know who he is. I'm just aware of a coffee man. If that's what you're referencing. Geeky Cassie slides back in late from the raid. Welcome to the stream, Geeky Cassie. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross the witness.